From dark neighborhoods to dark stretches of busy roads, thousands of you are fed up with living in the dark. This was Lamb Boulevard from Charleston to Sahara back in March. All of these lights were all taken out by copper wire thieves. Now take a look at the progress today. Dozens of lights have been repaired. There's still plenty more to go, but you can see it is much better than it was a few weeks ago. Some nearby neighbors are asking when's their turn for their neighborhood to get fixed. County officials say they are about to ramp up repairs to tackle the massive backlog of damage.
Some streets you ride down, it's like so pitch black. It's like, where am I going?
For months, Fox 5 has told you about outages across this neighborhood east of Lamb and Charleston. Neighbors say the darkness is dangerous, and they've dealt with car break-ins and homeless camps. County officials now say, street by street, they've made some headway here and tackling the nearby busy corridor of Lamb from Charleston to Sahara that has been vandalized several times by copper wire thieves. You can see the difference from late March to now. County officials say work is now being done to ramp up the speed of these repairs and prevent more thefts. Starting early April, crews started installing new wiring at the top of lights to make sure thieves don't reach them. The wiring is still there to make repairs more quickly. County officials now say they are lining up a contractor to tackle the backlog to the tune of $1.2 million. The amount of thefts across the valley has been massive since early 2022 from around 300 spots in the valley. Public Works says thieves have stolen more than 500,000 feet of copper wiring. That's 94 miles long and can span the entire way all the way from Las Vegas to Baker, California. Chair Tick Segerblum has asked Metro Police to create a task force to crack down on copper wire thefts.
We're working with the scrap metal dealers to make sure that they don't take this wire. We're working with police to identify people. But honestly, if the public sees something, you see somebody at the bottom of a street light sitting around there, call the cops.
We really need the lights. The lights need to work more than construction right now.
Now you can see on Lamb from Wyoming to Sahara, there are still a few dozen more lights that need to be repaired. Commissioner Michael Naft tells me tonight he will introduce an ordinance to strengthen crackdowns on shops that take stolen copper wire.